here is the first thing I want to talk about. 2020, this current year. I'm sure that for all of us, it will be remembered by lots of different things that happened this year. Probably most of all, the current situation in the world, right? The pandemic. Well, we cannot just pretend it never happened. It's still here. But I also really hope that something quite good and exciting happened to you this year. And I hope you can share with me in the chat box what happened to you this year that you really that you are glad about, that you're happy about. For example, this summer I finally went to the sea and, well, even swam in the sea for the first time in 17 years. I haven't been to the sea for a very long time. So this summer was very exciting for me. Hey, wedding, Christina, congratulations. This is a memory that we can share, you, me, and my moderator. We have a club today who had a wedding this year as well. So congratulations on that. Moving into your own flat. Yeah, I feel that. That's amazing. Congrats about that as well. Teaching from home without spending 2 hours in the underground. Yeah, that's probably Kiev talking, right? Spending 2 hours in the underground. That's definitely Kiev. So many things, Irina. Okay, so graduation of your second son. Absolutely amazing. Congrats on that. More webinars than ever. You know, Uliana, so you attended more webinars than ever, and we have done much more webinars than in the last couple of years, probably during this quarantine time. So I also feel you on that. So CELT certificate, great, published a book. You see, this was a very productive year for all of us, which is amazing, because it was also very special for the internal education. Why? Why was it special? Well, because this year we have become partners with two huge corporations, two huge companies. We've signed this partnership agreement. First of all, the first company in February was a company called Certiport. If you are not new to my sessions, you've probably heard about it before, but if you just see this name, this logo for the first time, let's talk about the company itself for just a moment. Here are some numbers on the screen. Can you try to guess what these numbers mean for Certiport? 1997, 2012, 3 million, 14,000. Can you guess what do these all numbers mean for Certiport? What do they stand for? All the ideas are accepted, no wrong answers. So let's see your ideas. Number of users, year of setting up. Yes, great, absolutely wonderful guesses. And well, you guessed 2 out of 4, basically correctly. So amazing. Any other ideas? I will tell you everything in a moment, so don't worry. Exams, yes, you know what I'm talking about, Irina. You're not here for the first time, probably, right? On the session about Certiport. All right, so let's just make things clear. So 1997 is the year of setting up. Absolutely, Natalia, you got it correctly. Certiport was founded in 1997 in Utah, in US. It's an American company. And it creates certification programs for itself and for other companies as well. In 2012, Certiport was acquired by Pearson VUE, by the American part of Pearson. So as you can see from the banner behind me, and as you know, the internal education represents Pearson in Ukraine, which is why we thought this year it's high time for us to partner with Certiport as well and start promoting Certiport here in Ukraine. And 3 million is actually, absolutely correctly, the number of test candidates or number of people who got their certificate, not for these like 23 years, but every year. This is an annual number. Can you imagine? 3 million people every year take Certiport examinations around the world. And it happens in 14,000 test centers in 153 countries. So look at this map. All of these blue countries with all the hues of blue color, they all have Certiport represented in there. And I'm very proud to say that the country number 153 this year became Ukraine, right? It's now Ukraine because the internal education is now the official authorized testing center of Certiport examinations here in Ukraine. So what does it mean for you? What does Certiport do in general? Well, it's not only about exams, because Certiport creates certification programs. And as program, it combines 3 different things, 3 parts. So it consists of 3 steps for you. And as teachers, I'm sure you will be very quick to guess what these steps are. The first one, the basic one, which you always need to do, right? When we talk about not only exams, but just gaining new skills. Yes, absolutely correct. You already started guessing that in the chat box. You are right. It's learn. So Certiport creates learning materials. These are in most cases, video courses, online courses, which will help you learn absolutely new skills for you. For example, programming or using Photoshop or, I don't know, maybe just some business skills if you need them. Or there are courses to develop the skills you already have. For example, using Microsoft Office programs like PowerPoint or Word. So all the different kinds of learning materials. After which, so finishing these courses, there is a second step. Another thing with which teachers absolutely know and do every time. I almost said the word, you know, it was just on the tip of my tongue. Practice. Yes, practice makes perfect. We know that. And in this case, in the approach of Certiport, practice means practice tests. So these are mock exams that you do at home to prepare for the format of the exam. And I'm sure as teachers of English especially, you will agree with me that knowing the format is very important. You can really have like a high level of English, but if you don't know the tasks, if you don't know what you have to do in this particular task, you may lose some points there. So practice is really important. And after that, well, this is the last step. This is what it was all aimed at: learning, gaining new skill, practicing it even more in the mock test. And then Anastasia is absolutely correct. You go and certify. So you get your international certificate. And all of these certificates from Certiport, they are recognized in these 153 countries. So lots and lots of companies, like hundreds and thousands of employers do recognize this certificate when you just show them in your portfolio, when you add them to your resume. Why is it so? Because most of these certifications are created for other companies like Adobe, Autodesk, Apple, and Microsoft. And remember at the beginning, I said that the internal education has become partners with 2 huge companies this year. And the first one was Certiport. Can you guess what the second one is? Knowing the topic of our today's session, can you guess what is the second huge corporation worldwide renowned that we've signed this partnership agreement with? Yes, absolutely correct. Microsoft. Since 2020, the Internal Education and Microsoft Ukraine are official partners, which allows us to not only be the Certiport test center, but also Microsoft test center. Here in Ukraine, you can see it from this plaque on the outside of our new office. We've got this huge plaque that says Microsoft Test Center. And because of this, we can provide just citizens of Ukraine with all the different Microsoft certifications. One of them is right for you, and it is called Microsoft Certified Educator. So from the name, you can see that this is for teachers, exclusively for them, and this certification is in technology literacy that you may need when you're working as an educator, right? So what does it give you? What are the benefits of having this certificate? And of course, of like gaining all these skills and knowledge that are implemented into the certification program. First of all, it is a quite effective way of your professional development, and it is absolutely up to date because this certification is based on the latest framework by UNESCO. It was published in 2019. And it is all about teaching and developing life skills in the classroom. No matter what classroom that is, what subject, what level, what age, developing skills, not only giving knowledge, like theory, is just a huge thing right now, everywhere in the world. UNESCO also, takes its toll in there as well. So doing this course, taking this, doing this certification, you can be sure that you are, just synchronized with all the new changes that are happening around the world in education in general. Plus, it will not only teach you and show you how to incorporate these teaching 21st century skills into the classroom, but also how to use computer tools, how to use ICT, right? Information communication technology in the classroom to help you to enhance on this skills development. So all this combined is within this certificate. So this is what it looks like. You see Microsoft everywhere on the certificate. There is this stamp from Microsoft, and this is the only official certificate for teachers recognized by Microsoft, well, around the world. This is the only one. You get this, and whichever person you talk to who knows what Microsoft is, and probably that's almost everyone, right? They will see that, okay, this is a serious thing, right? This is huge. This is not just some certificate. And why am I talking with you today about this once again? So you remember these 3 steps: learn, practice, certify. So I've shown you the certificate, Microsoft Certified Educator. Definitely there is a practice test to get ready for the exam. But there is also a preparation course, this learning course. It's called 21st Century Learning Design. Дизайн освіти 21-го сторіччя. It sounds really nice, I think. And what is great about this particular course is that it is absolutely free. So this course, 21st Century Learning Design, is online on Microsoft Educator Center webpage, and it's free for you to use. So now I will tell you about the course, what you will learn from it, and where to find it, like how to get to it. So 21st Century Learning Design, this is the course that will show you and tell you everything on how to implement teaching and developing these 21st century skills in your particular classroom using different technologies, different Microsoft tools. So it actually consists of 8 courses. Together, they comprise around 20 hours. 20 hours of videos and self-thinking, like analysis, and a little bit of testing as well. So what are those 8 courses about? Well, the first is very basic, Introduction to 21st Century Learning Design. So the general ideas, the theoretical basis, all this UNESCO framework mentioned, this is the first course. The next 5 are about different skills which we need to develop with our students. So now let's see if you can guess those skills. The first one, very simple, something that, well, everybody needs in their life, no matter like current or future adult life. Yes, definitely. That is collaboration. So how to develop collaboration with your students, giving them different kinds of tasks. Each of these skills, thanks a lot for your answers. Yeah, by the way, thanks for being so active. Each of these skills within this whole approach, this whole method, is assessed on different criteria, and it has like several levels from 1 to 4 or 5. So you will learn how to make sure that your tasks, project works, anything that you do with your students really helps developing those skills on a particular level. All right, so collaboration, done. That was the first one. The second one, course number 3, another C, yeah, one of the 4 C's, but it also adds a little bit in the name there. Yes, Anastasia was the first. Yes, once again, thanks a lot. Skilled communication. You're absolutely right. So not just communication, but skilled one. So what does it mean? Well, of course, you will see that our projects, our tasks we give to students, especially these like collaborative ones, right? They will depend, the way they do them will depend on how they are going to communicate the results. For example, let's have an example here. You want your 10 graders, let's imagine that you have them, to prepare a project about London. Just, well, tell about the history or the sites, whatever you like. How they create it, which language they use, which information they use will definitely depend on who they are going to present this project to, right? If they do it for their classmates, it's one thing. If you want them to present this project to primary school children in English, it's a completely different way of preparing the project, right? If they do that for parents, again, absolutely different. So being able to communicate any idea effectively to different levels of age or knowledge or background info, this is in this course. This is the information you will learn here. Skill number 4. This was probably the most new for me when I did the course. Yes, Uliana, you're absolutely right. It is called knowledge construction. So for me, this phrasing is a little bit like strange, so I didn't quite know what it means. Do you guys know? Because you guess it quite well. Can you explain, if you know, what this knowledge construction means? What does it mean to construct knowledge, to build up on knowledge? What can that be about? I can see that some people are typing, so let's wait for your ideas because I'm really interested in how you understand that. Organizing in the same way, be able to combine what you already know. Yes, a very, very good insight, Uliana. Thanks a lot. Systemizing, absolutely, definitely. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your ideas. Well, in this particular course, this is basically like 2 things. First of all, like scaffolding, systemizing, building up on what you already know in this subject, but most importantly, being able to combine knowledge from different subjects and knowledge from skills from different subjects into this particular project. Це те, що ми з вами називаємо в нашій українській методиці міжпредметні зв'язки. Так? So combining knowledge and skills from different areas, different spheres, because this is how they will learn better. If they already know how to do it like technically and you just add a little bit from English in there, it is much easier. So you can combine absolutely anything, and using different digital tools will definitely help. My favorite example from this course is actually using coding in Minecraft. First of all, put a plus in the comments in the chat box if you know what Minecraft is. Хто знає, що таке Minecraft? If you have children or you see your students on their phones in the classroom, you will probably know, yes, lots of pluses. It's a game, right? It's an online game where there are these little like people going and digging different minerals and wood and everything and building castles and whatever. Yeah, okay, so you do know. So what is interesting is that you can not only play in Minecraft, but you can also code, program in Minecraft. And they actually advise on using this coding in Minecraft in different other subjects like history, geography, English, and so on. For example, let's say history. Your students have a project about, I don't know, a battle of Hastings that happened in, when, 1042, I think. They can code it in Minecraft, show how it actually happened. Or let's take geography. They can program the landscape of Ukraine or landscape of your region. Or English, again, the project about London, they can program and create London in Minecraft. Westminster Abbey, Big Ben, whatever they would want to present to you, they can program it and show it like 3D in your classroom. Amazing. I know that some guys actually created a full-size version of Hogwarts Castle from Harry Potter in Minecraft. So you can go in there and you can walk up the stairs and go into different classrooms. And well, so that is amazing for me. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I really like that idea. So knowledge construction, being able to combine knowledge from different subjects, different areas within one particular project work. Next skill. Another very interesting one. It's something that we talk about all the time, but just again, the name, the phrasing is very interesting here. Can you guess what it is? I think it is not that probably strange, not a new word for you. Yes, absolutely, self-regulation. So in terms of our students, it means what? It means them being able to plan their work. So they have a project due in like 6 weeks. They need to be able to divide who does what, right? To share responsibility, share different parts of the projects, create a timeline, plan when they need to be ready with their own part of the project so that the whole project remains on schedule. All of these skills are, well, within this self-regulation course. And the last one, my favorite one, very important nowadays and absolutely close to our students and, well, just in general, teenagers, modern generations, this generation Z, right, that we continue talking about. Problem solving and innovation. Absolutely. I'm sure you would agree that all, well, hopefully, like in ideal world, everything they do in the classroom should mean something in the real world. Remember, if you visited webinars, or if you were very lucky, a seminar by my colleague Olena Mihodui, it was called authenticity, authentic English. Authenticity meaning that it actually means something in the world or for this student in particular. So here is the idea is the same. They need to implement their knowledge and skills into something that they can later use in the real life. Just reading a text about a hypothetical Mark doing something in London, well, it's not that interesting and absolutely not useful. Opening the brackets in the text about the Brown family, well, we don't do that anymore. We want to give them something that they can really use in real life. And our students here in Ukraine are absolutely amazing in terms of innovation. They are so creative. They create so many new things. Actually, right now in Kiev, in the subway, on the escalators, we have these like posters of different students from Mala Akademia Nauk, and it shows what they have created, and it's amazing. Lots of different things, like working on the army supplies, upgrading some weapons, being students of high school. Oh my God, that's amazing. And I always keep thinking and mentioning that boy. I don't remember which town he is from, which city. If you know, you can put that in the comment. There is this boy here in Ukraine who created the way of, again, making paper from the fallen leaves. I don't remember his name. I don't remember where he's from. I somehow think it's either Rivne or Ternopil, but I'm not sure. I know he's from Ukraine. I know the idea is amazing, right? We have fallen leaves every autumn, and being able to create paper from that, not cutting down trees, a very environmentally friendly idea. And well, it's a Ukrainian student who invented that. So developing those skills in our students starting from a very young age will definitely benefit not only them, but the country as well. So these were the 5 modules about skills. The next one is about using technology for learning. So how different programs, how different tools can help you develop all those skills. And then the last one is just summing up and how to actually use it now in practice. So now let's have a look at this webpage where the course is, what you can see, what each lesson consists of. I will show you everything. So 21st Century Learning Design is actually called a learning path, right? It consists of different courses. Remember, course 1, Introduction. For each course, you will have a description, the duration of the course, some basic description. Zakarpattia. Okay, yes, thanks, Natalia. I never remembered that, unfortunately, so thanks a lot. Learning objectives for this particular course, and some extra resources to have a look at. So each course consists of 4 or 5 lessons. You can always see that on the left in the table of contents. So this first course consists of 4 lessons. In each lesson, Valentin, okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the information. I'll try to remember that for my future sessions. Thank you. So here is the course, this lesson. It consists of a video. So you watch a video. Then there are some questions to think about. So it's just like reflection, analysis, just for yourself. And remember, some extra info to read. And this info is here in this program that I'm sure you know the name of. If you do know what it is, can you put it in the chat box? Let's see who is the first to recognize this Microsoft product. It is in Microsoft 365 mostly, but also can be downloaded to your computer. Yes, this is basically a notebook, a notepad. It's called OneNote. So this is the official name. So you're right, it's kind of a notepad. It looks like a notepad. There are these different tabs there. You can see on the left all the modules, all the courses, 8 of them, and 4 or 5 lessons for each course. Now, have a look at this. These are called anchor lessons. In this module, for example, in this course, we have 3 anchor lessons, так, опорні уроки. Don't worry, you don't need to do these lessons on your children in the classroom, because actually they will be on different subjects. For example, Falklands War, it's a lesson on history. Great Train Internet, obviously, technology. Mountain Mungo, it's actually a biology lesson. It's about a bacteria or something like that. So these lessons, why do you need them? You will have a look at them in PDF. These are lesson plans, very, very detailed. And your task is to look at these lessons and analyze them. Remember these 5 skills, there are criteria on how much this lesson will help to develop all of these 5 skills. So this way you will practice for your certificate, because this is the task in the certificate, to analyze a scenario. There is a scenario here, a project work, and you just need to analyze on how well does it help to develop different skills. At the end of each course, there is a little quiz of like 7 questions, just for you to see how well you remember all the material. And, well, basically that's it. 8 courses, 8 quizzes done, and you have this screen available. It says completed, so you've completed this course. You've got your Microsoft points for the course, and you are ready to, if you want to, of course, to go and have all these skills certified by this international exam. So, first of all, here is the link to the course. Yulichka, could you also please share this in the chat box? If you have a phone, you can scan the QR code now, and you will get to this course, 21st Century Learning Design. Remember, it is online, it is free. There is no schedule, you can do it whenever you have time.